I didn't just meet Altantuya's father. I met many other people very closely involved in this case. I met Altantuya's father when he came down to KL, and he came down to follow the trial, but he didn't know that they were going to postpone the trial, and they didn't tell him until he went to court, and then they announced that the trial's postponed. So he wasted his time coming down all the way here to Malaysia from Mongolia just to find out that the trial has been postponed. So, okay, since he's here anyway and he's got a few days to spare, so he went to meet Anwar. And after he met Anwar, he met me, and we met in Bangsa. We had tea, and he was with Altantuya's cousin and all that. So we had a talk, and I just wanted to know from him, because I was told a few things earlier, and what he said actually confirmed. And the person who told me all this earlier was actually Datuk Said Rahman Al-Habshi. He is an honorary consul, the Mongolian consul to Malaysia. And the meetings I had with him, we met in Bangsa Shopping Centre. The meetings I had with him, in fact 2 or 3 meetings, he told me that he personally, Datuk Said Rahman, handed a whole stack of evidence of a dossier he handed to the police. And amongst this dossier were all sorts of documents plus photographs. And the photograph is of Altantuya, Najib and Razak Baginda together, celebrating Altantuya's birthday in Singapore. I think it was in the Mandarin Hotel in Singapore. And so this evidence exists. And so what happened was, on Altantuya's last trip to Malaysia, she compiled all these documents, this evidence, and she gave it to the father. And she said, in case anything happens to her and she doesn't come back, she wants the father to know that this is all the evidence of, of her purpose to go to Malaysia. And invariably, that did happen. She did not return to Mongolia. So the only link the family had is Said Rahman, Datuk Said Rahman. He represents the Mongolian government in Malaysia. So they gave all the evidence to him so that he can hand it to the police to assist the police in their investigation. Now, none of this evidence surfaced during the trial. And this is what upset the father, because he had all the evidence, including photographs, and it was handed to Datuk Said Rahman. And Datuk Said Rahman gave it to the police, which Datuk Said told me himself he gave it to the police. Now, where's all this evidence? And later Datuk Said denied it. He said, there's no way Rajapetra could have met Altantuya's father, because we have Altantuya's father hidden in a remote place in Mongolia. How can Altantuya's father be hidden in a remote place in Mongolia? And who is the one hiding him in a remote place? When he says we have him hidden in a remote place in Mongolia, who's we? And he's been to Malaysia many times. He's come here so many times. He's in the newspapers, he's on TV, including the cousins. It's public knowledge that he's been here so many times. He even went to Parliament to try to meet Najib in Parliament. It was in the papers. Yet they denied. So when I spoke to the father, and I wanted to know, I mean, here's a father telling that his daughter's been murdered, and he has evidence of it, of the association that she had with Raza and Najib. I looked him in the eye, and I said, you tell me your story. And he spoke to me. And that was when I really believed the saying that the eye or the eyes are the window to the heart. You look the person in the eye, the pain in his eyes of losing a daughter is just one aspect of it. But knowing that they're covering it up, and he assisted with all the evidence that they need, yet all this has been suppressed and not allowed to surface. So his daughter has gone to her grave without being able to see justice. I think that is more painful than the daughter's death, knowing that she died in vain and those who committed the act are going to go unpunished. I could see that. And knowing that I also have a daughter, 2 daughters in fact, okay, probably not very far also in age, I took it like, what if he was me, and what if it was my daughter? So it became like almost a personal thing, even though I hate to say that this is a personal vendetta. That this is a helpless father, he's a foreigner. He can't do anything in Malaysia. He has no friends here. Who does he have who can help him seek justice for his daughter? We can't bring back his daughter to life, but at least the killers of his daughter can receive the right punishment, And I told him, I said, tell me everything that you know. Give me everything that you have. And I'm going to take it upon myself to fight for justice for your daughter as one father to another father. That's all I can do. More than that, I can't bring her back to life. But I can at least make sure her death is not in vain, And I took it as a crusade, if you wish, Some say I seem to be paranoid about this issue, but you have to meet the father, you have to look him in the eye, and you have to feel the pain in his heart, which is there in his eyes. And you tell me, as a father who has a daughter, that you wouldn't want to also do something about it, unless you're a very cold and totally unpassionate person. And I'm a very passionate person. I think most people know that. Sometimes maybe over passionate about certain issues, but I can't let this thing go. Not just like that. Not without trying to do something. Whether I succeed or not, I leave that to God's wisdom and decision. But I'm certainly going to go all out to try to seek justice for her.